Namaskar. I am Dr. Shweta Mittal Gupta. I am Secretary General of Indian Fertility Society. And I think there cannot be a better moment that I am in conversation with our President, Dr. Pankaj Talwar. Good evening,
Thank
sir,
you, ma'am.
and welcome. And it's a great part to be a part of this show. And to begin with, we are talking about a very important program, which is the Nurses Empowerment Program. We call them nightingales of
Mm.
our society. So you had this concept because I know that I've been so intrinsically involved, going through your ideation. So I just wanted to know that how did this thought process or the seed, come in your mind?
So, Shweta, there are two things. सबसे पहली बात, nurses are taken as an appendix of a clinical institution. Whenever we talk about a nurse, we feel that nurse to hai ही. Something like, we never appreciate uh, whatever happens at home, we take it for granted. So मेरे माइंड में शुरू से था कि we should do something for empowering the nurses and giving them their place in the society. And when I had an option, we both spoke, and I could have done it without you, and we brought out this system. इसके दो पहलू हैं. पहला पहलू हम जानते हैं कि in IVF we need a nurse. Now, nurse I think is the most important primary or secondary or tertiary caregiver. In my practice, I think we meet the patient for barely 10-15 minutes, or not even. I don't even meet for this amount of time because we do a surgery and we come out. But पूरा pre-op, intra-op, and post-op, they are seeing. So I always feel that my backbone is my nurse. But she's the one who's more connected with the patient than me. अब अगला सवाल आता है कि वो तो है, बट क्या हम उसको उसकी जगह दे रहे हैं? मैं जवाब मिलता है नहीं. तो आप बताइए, what do you feel about, are we giving a nurse the right place? And you also said, I think we are not giving because they just hide behind the curtain and do all the work. So I think it's a duty from the part of Indian Fertility Society that we should give them the place in the sky under the sun. So we both came together and got this program. और आर्मी का हूँ, गवर्नमेंट का हूँ, हर चीज़ के अंदर ही वी से program. We always said, why do we make everything in a program? So that's what we normally do. So we make it a nurses empowerment program. Nurses qualified हैं. Nurses are a key integral part of any IVF center. वो काम कर रही हैं. The aim was to give them some more input so that they can work better. But more than that, my idea was that we should empower them, give them respect, and make them feel an like an integral part of the organization. So we brought up this system.
That's really, really, sir, I would say an innovative idea. It's the need of the hour. And because they are giving the empathy, the empathy
Empathy.
part is given by nurses. And if this empathy gets empowered, then I think we are empowering our whole ART
Correct,
system.
correct, correct, correct. I think you are in the profession for more than now nearly 25, 30 years, and I've always felt that they are the most ignored part of the whole system. We take them for granted. That should not happen. So I think you've done a great job, and you got more than 300, 350 nurses in your group which you have created. Getting them together, teaching them the right protocols, and being from the Gangaram Hospital, you got such qualified staff with you. The way you have led it with Priya Bhave from Bhopal, I think you've done a great job, both of you. So, एक सवाल. We have a lot of ideas, we bring out a lot of thought processes, our mind keeps moving. How did you execute it? Nurses are normally not adequately paid. They are taken as not equal to doctor. When you go to any foreign country, they've got a category called midwives. They are the people, they do a lot of good work and they have a lot of power, and they are an actual resource person. But in our country, we don't give them so much of I feel that we're not giving them their due diligence to the nurses. How did you bring them together? More than 400 girls, you got them together. You led them from the front. You did so many courses for them. You did so much for them. आपने कैसे किया?
So, at the outset, I would say that yes, Dr. Priya Bhave has been very instrumental in leading this program. So the challenge when it comes to nurses is because they are not in direct touch. Now we are a fraternity, we are a reproductive medicine specialist fraternity, so we come together. So basically, the counseling or the convincing part had to be done to all the consultants, telling them that we are launching a program like this. Our aim is that we should have some standard of care which has been imparted by nurses, and we need to get them together. We'll have some teaching modules, and if they are able to attend all these modules, at the end of it, we will give a certification.
Certificate.
So, very slowly, I would say, step by step, contacting different centers by word of mouth. And then this program, I think, caught a little fire, and it escalated. It escalated, and then by the good word of mouth, more and more nurses joined this program. They were keen to know what were the topics which were being covered, because they started from basics like counseling, a checklist, what to do in ART, what happens if a patient collapses. There were some role plays. And then it was also stress management in the nurses. So many topics were discussed, and I think that all the nurses who attended this diligently were definitely benefited.
How do you look at this program in the coming few years? Do you think that the nurses in our country are getting enough place, enough नहीं काटना है इसे कट करना I wanted to ask you, where do you see this program in the coming few years? Now, what is the next step? I mean, we have come till here. You got more than 450 nurses with you, whom you have trained. How do you look at the near future and the distant future in terms of nursing care in the fertility practice?
So the next step, what we took was that in our annual congress, for the first time, we have a dedicated workshop only for the nurses. Again, we are telling all the consultants to send their nurse, and they are, of course, both the nurses from my institute will come and attend and be a part of it. On a larger scale, what I'm looking at is making the standard of care higher. Now, what will happen because of this? You will have more confident nurses, more educated nurses. They will pick up the complications very early. Your whole care system in your own ART lab will definitely improve. Patients will have more confidence because, they are like nightingales. We may be seeing them in OPD, we may console them. But when it comes to coming for the first time, to enrolling themselves to injections, even to the point of sharing their happiness of getting pregnant and the despair of, negatives, I think a nursing staff can beautifully handle it. There are so many times when my nurses, they come to my OPD getting a patient, there's a language barrier. So my staff is from Manipur. She can easily communicate. So I think they are the best bridges. And if we can make this bridge strong, then we are making our patient and doctors, I think, more closer to each other. Because there are many things which patients only disclose to our nurses and may not be able to disclose to us also as doctors. So I
Beautiful.
think building a stronger bridge is something what they're going to do.
You also wrote a book along with Priya. It's a
Yes.
little booklet, little kunji you wrote. Beautiful book has been created. So can you talk about the book? Can you see the cover page of
So
that
yeah,
book?
so I will. It is called The Song of the Nightingale,
Okay.
and this book was curated, and we released it last year in our national congress, and it had all these snippets, or I would say a detail of all the talks we had taken, that what should be the initial point, what nurses should know when a patient comes, right from enrollment into ART to the checklist to certain complications which can be managed. So there were many topics which were covered in this book, and this book will be available online, and the nurses can refer to it. So basically, our aim was to bring forth a standardization in the care. That was our basic aim.
I think you did a lot of webinars also. You did a lot of webinars, a lot of meetings, your journal clubs for the nurses. So I think for the audience, Under the banner of IFS, we have done a small initiative. एक छोटी सी हमने एक एफर्ट किया है to bring nurses in the mainstream. There's a book being made which is available on our website for sure. We've got a lot of YouTube's videos which are there which we can watch on our YouTube channel. So Shweta, thank you so much for this, and any message for the audience, people who are watching you? I'm sure a lot of people are watching you now. Any message for them?
I think, sir, your whole vision, the vision is not just one part. The vision is like a series. It's like a string of pearls, and you've brought all the pearls together. And that's what I think IFS stands in 2025
Yes.
and forward. With the nursing empowerment program, this is, I think, one more pearl to the string which you have added. It's going to strengthen, it's going to flourish more, and we will always have, I think, nurses as one of the main parts. Like we know that counselor is a main part, same is the nurses. Of course, all the specialists will always be there to help them out, and they will be there to help all the clinicians.
Lovely. Thank you, Shweta. Lovely having you here. And I think I had learned a lot from you when you were doing this program. I always wondered whether it will succeed or not. But 400 plus nurses have been enrolled in your program. So I think thank you so much for this, and I think a long way ahead where
But
we.
before we end, sir, I can definitely say what we have learned is your very quick thinking and how you get the work executed and how you get totally into it is something so commendable, and we look forward to it and we look up to it. So I think it has been such a beautiful journey learning from you
Thank
as
you
the
so much.
president of Indian
Thank
Fertility
you so much,
Society.
ma'am. Dhanyavad. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Jai Hind.
Namaskar.